What's going on, chat? Happy BTL Friday, the best BTL of the week, episode 437 piece. As always, hold the fry, joined by your two hosts, Krabs and Javon, presented by SeatGeek. If you guys are going to any games this weekend, if you're going to the ballparks, I know you guys are itching to go out to some baseball games live this weekend. Use promo code Bookit on SeatGeek. Why not? If you haven't used the SeatGeek app, it takes 3 seconds to download, could not be easier to use. Put that in your repertoire for when you're buying tickets to games. I do. I buy my tickets on SeatGeek. I'm going to cop opening day tickets on Monday on SeatGeek, all right, for the Nats game to see them lose in person. So if you guys are going to the fucking ballparks this weekend, cop your tickets on SeatGeek. Why not? Use the promo code, get $20 off. Super easy. Super duper easy. Promo code Bookit, all right? W Nats sucking ass. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. W Warriors. Okay, they stink. All right? Krabs, do you remember crying the Northwestern kid from 2017 March Madness? I think I do, Megalito. I think I do. And yeah, Kyron, people forget Devers really hit a nuke. And I think whatever I paired it with was cake. So it didn't even matter. It is what it is, but great call, Kyron. Unbelievable. An L Steel injury. A lot happened yesterday in baseball. A lot, including a squad ride W. We're back off the schneid. Sure.
Yeah. About time.
Clap it up. I want to hear it clap. Can I get one?
Maybe one. Maybe one.
Sure. There it is. Chat, how about it? O's to the fucking moon. Yeah, they're nice. How about that squad ride W? Never in doubt, never a sweat. Never in doubt, never a sweat. Gosh, man, that was hard-earned, all jokes aside. Man, they made us earn that one.
Yeah, shout out the
Holy
Nats.
smokes. Shout out the Nats, right? Some late life there, some late runs. Holy smokes. I mean, they scored, 7 runs in the first 4 innings, and we were chilling, and we had to wait till the 8th to cash that puppy. It is what it is. It is what it is. And yeah, Josh, we got Trey Lipscomb coming up, hit 400 in the preseason. Super fucking stoked to see what this kid's got now that we have on the first fucking day of games. Our guy from the Reds got hurt, Javon, in the first game. I'm blanking on his name. Who's the infielder we got, the third baseman from the Reds on the Nats?
Senzel.
Senzel's already hurt after 1 game. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
So they're calling up Trey Lipscomb. Good for him. All right, rooting for the young guy. We'll see what happens with him. Probably not going to make that much of a difference. Let's not kid ourselves. Okay. Javon, great call on that over in Cincy. All right, we're going to see a lot of those this year. Josiah Gray, bless his heart. He did what he was supposed to do. He did what we knew was coming. He gave up nukes. Okay, he did his fucking job. Tampa, on the other hand, did not, but everything else for me cleared. Red Sox was a free wager early. Josiah Gray, like I was saying, got lit up. Brian Bayo, he did enough. He gave up that 2-run nuke, but he still held on for the less than 2.5 run score on Prize Picks. And we start out with a little MLB sweep on the board. Javon, 3-2 as well. We take that and we move.
Yeah, 2 and 3. I think the Eflin one is wrong because he went over by a half. But yeah, 2 overs. Air, Kyle Freeland, bad. We kind of learned that. If we already didn't know that, he was god awful. That was a hilarious game, but thankfully didn't need to do much on the other side. And the Royals were Moose.
Yeah. Royals are Moose. They held on. They gave up a bunch of runs late. They were caked. Typical Royals loss. Should not be betting on them yet. Too early. Put Martini in the hall. I mean, Javon, how about that call, brother? Holy
2 home runs from Nick Martini on opening day. World Series ticket might be air.
I mean, if you guys were watching that little extended surge stream / afternoon sweats, where we were just kind of watching the baseball games right when they were starting and we didn't really want to get off. So we were just kind of chilling on there sweating. I mean, Javon called both Martini nukes. It was unbelievable.
Yeah,
insane.
Literally him.
The second one, right?
Yeah, this was the second one. Hilarious.
The first one was
crushed even further.
Yeah, the first one was absolutely absurd. So loud. It scared me. It literally scared me off the bat.
Yeah.
Josiah, he's a turkey tosser. It is what it is. Who was in night sweats? I think at that point it was just me, Javon, and Trent. Gosh, man. Nick fucking Martini. Can we get some Martini emojis going in chat? I know Wags locks his hip. I want to see those damn Martini glasses. 2-piece, hold the fry. Javon literally says after his next at bat and goes, it'd be crazy if he hits the second one here, right? Next thing you know, gone. There it goes to you. Nats and piss. Over has life. Martini, 2-piece, hold the fry. Great call.
Hilarious, dude.
Great call.
Shout out Nick Martini. And shout out the
folks. Shaking up
graphic.
Sure.
The graphic. I think there's some correlation with the squad ride hitting and whoever's on the graphic. And Ellie was the one who scored the last run to push it over. Daniel just
stage last night, took your plays and won a shit ton. You're him, bro.
Yeah, he doesn't know.
That guy's in for a rude awakening.
I always geek when people come across our accounts for the first time and they're getting hip, especially to Trent here. I mean, that's absolutely hysterical. First off, if you follow sports, how has that account not come across your feed at this point? Maybe it's a new account. I don't know. That's a fucking hilarious message. Let's see if he runs it back today. Maybe he will. Hey, Trent hit bets last night. He was on Alabama.
He
Gotta
did.
Tip the cap.
He did.
Gotta tip it.
He had a 4-piece MLB lay too.
He had a 4-piece.
Yeah.
Plus 750.
Yeah.
Dude. Unbelievable. That parlay that he took against me did not hit, right? The Bucks lost, I'm assuming.
Yeah, the Bucks got smoked.
All right, word.
Pretty sure.
Trent, you owe me $20, brother. I know where you live, bro. I'll be waiting. All right.
I'll get it for you this weekend.
Sure. W. Goots going down there for the Elite Eights. I'm jealous. That's gonna be fucking sick, dude.
It's gonna be great.
Gosh, we've got so many games today. We've got Sweet 16s. We've got MLB Day Sweats. I believe we've got a game starting up in about an hour. Correct me if I'm wrong. Brewers and Mets. Sure.
Yeah.
Love that. All right, guys. We're back in that time of the year where we've got day games. All right. We've got sweats, mid BTL. Fucking love those. Those are game changers. Okay. Because we get action going during the day. We sweat it out. We craft up winners for the night. Bada bing, bada boom. Yes, Santan the man. Great start, Javon, for your go out. New.
Beautiful. We love that. The Goots vision.
The visions.
Goots, great call, brother.
Who knows what the next vision will be?
Insane.
Yeah. That was setting nuke was wild.
Insane.
Insane.
We got B Young coming in resubbing. Let's go, B Young. Sure we can. We got Car God coming in resubbing. Sure. 23 months. Love that, Car God. Love that for you. The Gen Weekly coming in with a raid, 37-piece. Hold the fry. Dubs. How about 3 more dubs or 2 more dubs for the King of the Board?
I didn't even know you had 2 plays. W's.
How about it? Did you not have – was Rays yesterday? It was on opening day, and that was a shit bet we were talking about on Sweats.
Yeah.
Shit bet. Is what it is. I was on it too. God damn it, Javon. We might have to change up King of the Board, man. There might just be some sort of hex, some sort of voodoo curse going on. I don't know.
I don't like the secondaries. The secondaries to the King of the Board.
I don't know what it is, but for some reason my bets always hit and yours get kicked. I don't know. We got Thrasher coming in, resubbing Nats ML tomorrow. Thrasher, you've got bigger nads than me, brother. I don't think I can do it.
Corbin ML.
I don't think I can do it. I don't think I can do it, bro.
Even with that new cutter.
Even with that new cutter in the repertoire for Patrick Corbin, I don't know if I could do it, boys. I'm going to be honest with you. We will see. Stay posted. Maybe we'll do a cheat sheet for tomorrow. The people would probably love that. I don't know. We got Elite 8 tomorrow as well, or is that just Sunday?
No, I think it's tomorrow and Sunday.
We got 2 games tomorrow and 2 games Sunday, right? Yeah. W's. So a cheat sheet might be in order. Okay, we'll see what we can do. See what we can craft up. Crabs for the sweep. Let's fucking go. Cram, I don't know what it is, man, but King of the Board plays, they smack. So I've been telling you guys this for the last couple months. If you're not tailing the King of the Board plays, if you're not checking the BTL Twitter for the graphic every afternoon, I can't help you. Cannot help you. Because for some reason, when I lock in plays to this fucking stupid King of the Board graphic, they turn green almost every single time. Probably going to jinx myself here, give Javon a chance. Maybe that's what the people want. But when they go in there, they fucking smack and they turn green. So we had 2 last night again. Red Sox first 5 free. Obviously, the squad ride free, never in doubt. Javon, Rays, ML, we've got work to do. We've got work to do.
We do.
You've got 2 plays you got to come up with today. Probably both got to be a plus check. I don't know. I'll leave the math to the pro down there. All right?
Yeah.
Dubs. What else we got? We got a Steam Crabs. We did King of the Board. We did Best Bets. We did Squad Ride. They were all pretty good. We got time for me to bitch for a sec?
Just might.
Good. Run that shit. Rocky's first 5, huh? Should be a good look. Sitting on night sweats, getting kind of tired. I'm like 6 hours into the stream, whatever. I'm talking to Javon. I'm saying, yeah, we're taking this over. We're taking Rockies. What are we doing? Javon doesn't sound extremely enthused. He's not doing backflips about the over, but he's on it. Should have just taken that because it was the freest bet ever. Try to get cute, right? Try to be, contrarian and nasty and hit on a Rockies bet on opening day, right? I wanted to be that guy. Took him first 5, plus 1.5, right? Not even plus a half. plus 1.5. I'll grab that extra run too. That should help. Sure. Next thing you know, 16-piece through 4 innings. Hold the fry. They batted around twice in the same inning. And we'll show you this tweet. Hilarious tweet from It Must Be a Rockies fan. MLB shouldn't wait. No questions asked tonight. Introduce the Rockies rule. If a division opponent bats around twice in 1 inning on an opening day, after your worst season record ever, team ownership is immediately forfeited and the franchise is put up for auction. I don't disagree, Lauren. I don't disagree. Sounds like that's how all Rockies fans kind of feel right now. They're just in piss. They stink.
As it should be.
And so does Kyle Freeland. I mean, usually Kyle Freeland, I feel like, starts out with a pretty good solid month of the season, and people start talking about him every year. They're like, oh, is this the Kyle Freeland year? And then he completely falls off a cliff, right? And just turns into Patrick Corbin. Seems like he's a little ahead of schedule this year. Okay. He got destroyed and gave up 10 earned runs in just 2 1/3 innings. I mean, he was giving me Patrick Corbin vibes up there. There's worse pitchers out there now than Patty C. I'm just going to say it. I feel like Patty C has really settled into his role as being one of the worst contracts and veteran pitchers in baseball, but he's not the worst anymore. You got guys like Cal out there who's pitching tonight. So you got guys like Kyle Freeland, who's also a lefty, who is seemingly taking his powers and has turned into an even worse version of Patrick Corbin. I don't know. But do you agree there's worse guys out there now? Patty C, stock up.
Yeah, there's plenty of worse guys. Like Patrick Corbin, when he's at whatever, I guess you can classify as his best now. Like he's not a terrible pitcher. Yeah, he's all right. He's serviceable. He can eat some innings.
Yep. All right. Well, that makes me happy. Going into the weekend, we'll see how many runs he gives up against the Reds on Saturday. Chat, over under 3.5 earned runs from Patty C's on Saturday. What are we thinking? Over or under? You guys probably know where I lean. Unfortunately, probably over. Okay. Let's move. Enough bitching about this fucking terrible first 5 bet, maybe the worst bet of the MLB season. Nominate it. All right. Even at the end of the season, that one might be up there. It was bad. It was bad.
Yep.
It was never the Rockies. Good bet on that over there, bro. That was free. Holy smokes.
Yeah, that was sweat free. That was the last leg of Trent's little 4-leg too. So sweat free. I guess the Guardians were at the same time, but they were
holy smokes
up early. So I mean that was free little finish.
Guys, if Patrick Corbin throws 10 strikeouts tomorrow, I don't know what I'll do.
I wouldn't be shocked if he has a couple grabs.
I wouldn't be shocked either, but I mean, if he comes out with a 10-piece the first game of the new season after he cost me 13 racks last year, that would be piss.
Yeah, he's probably not getting 10, but I mean, the Reds are missing some of their lefty killers. So they're probably he could be decent tomorrow.
Yep. All right. I think all the squad ride options hit yesterday. Are you serious, Devin?
No, Tampa Bay lost. But everything else, did the under in UConn hit?
Yeah.
Over in Clemson, Arizona?
Yeah.
152.5. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
So everything but the Rays.
So back-to-back days going 4 for 5 in squad ride options, but only 1 for 2. We take that.
The doormat of the AL East, man.
About to find out today, Goots.
Huh. Oh, man. All right. Let's keep moving and grooving. We got a sharp report to get to, but first, let's go ahead and pull up the worst thing that I saw today. It's from an old friend, second half place. If you guys see this account on your Twitter, go ahead and do me a favor, either fade it or block it, because this guy might be the #1 scammer out there. He deletes his tweets. He posts the same picture of his cash once a week. This is not your friend. Okay? We are your friends. We don't scam you. We give it to you straight. We recap. We're honest. We put our faces everywhere. We are your friends. Okay? This guy over here, I don't know if this guy's your friend, folks. This guy probably is going to delete this tweet. He might have already deleted it. Somebody just took a screenshot of it. I don't know. I don't care. Okay? All I know is, #1, this dude is a huge piece of shit. And #2, this might have been the worst parlay to ever exist. Okay? It had to be put up here today for the segment. Worst thing I saw today. And yes, I was involved in UNC. I was. But I had Clemson first half, so I get to say this was the worst parlay of all time. Arizona UNC. Plus 101. Plus Chick, Javon. That should hit, right?
At least it was plus Chick.
Sure.
Didn't lose juice.
I just can't stand that guy. Do not be fooled by people on Twitter who act like every single bet hits, chats. You guys know better. You guys know better. Worst thing I saw yesterday was Krabs fading Bama because of a hibachi meal. I mean, Trent, have you had quick way hibachi, bro? And tried to move around for the next 24 to 48 hours? Because if you have, you'd probably be doing the same bet I took, brother. I am impressed. The fact that those gentlemen had that second, burst of energy there late to pull it out. You're telling me Grant Nelson had the best second half of his life after eating that hibachi meal? Questions need to be asked. Okay. And I'm no anti-hibachi, but that's just not a recipe for success. It was last night. Insane.
Yeah.
Nelson went nuts last night, dude. Absolutely nuts. That's a bold move eating hibachi before the Sweet 16, sure. Yep. L reasoning, L bet. No Paul Pierce situation in sight. They actually played better in the second half.
They did.
You're telling me you're eating shrimp from a hibachi place the night before the Sweet 16? Goodness gracious. Oy.
Yeah,
all right.
Crazy.
Why is
Get
that
off
so
my
blurry,
fucking screen.
bro? What the fuck?
Get that out of here. It's going to make me sick.
Sharp report.
Sharp report. Let's pull up the winners for today. All right, let's see what we got. Chat, 10 plays, 10 winners. We got a hype train that just closed at level 2. Feel free to throw some subbies if you guys have been making coins or if you tailed the squad ride last night. All right, we're going to bounce back today with another squad ride W as well and keep that train rolling. Let's get a 2-in-a-row streak before the weekends. All right. I'm going to get it started out with an MLB over, just like we did yesterday. Okay. Over in the Yankees and Houston, over 9. You know, it's kind of juicy some places, might be 9.5 plus chick, depends on where you look. Either way, I like it. I think we get plenty of runs in this contest. Look, Rodon, I want to keep fading until I see anything differently. I don't believe in this guy, and I think the Astros bounce back. They get a win in this spot today. They put up plenty of runs, and Houston offensively carries the workload for this over. Now, I don't think the Yankees are going to be scoreless in this contest. I wouldn't be surprised if Javier walks some people, if Javier puts some people on base, and maybe we see the Yankees top of the order take advantage of that and put up some runs early. I don't know, but I do think it'll be Houston carrying the workload here against Carlos Rodon, who I still think is Musha. And until I see differently, I'm going to continuously fade this guy. We see a total between two of these pretty solid pitchers, still at 9, just like it was yesterday. I'm liking that. I'm liking the way it's moving. The splits are sharp. Big bets coming in on this over, including mine. Give me runs in Houston. And do I even need to say that this game is on Apple TV tonight and it involves Aaron Judge and Jordan? Come on.
Yeah, there's going to be Turks. It's going to be
Two
Turks.
words. Juice baseballs, folks.
Yeah, and I'm kind of with you. The Astros are going to do a bulk of the work. I just couldn't really pick one, but I did want to pick a Yankee.
Runs.
Soto.
I like runs on both sides. You know, I saw the Soto up there. I didn't acknowledge it. It did not deserve an acknowledgement, but I don't hate it. Okay, after he played yesterday too, it seems like he's pretty dialed. One day in to the Yankees season, all the Yankees fans in my fucking DMs, all the Yankees fans, you know, texting me saying Judge is better than Soto. We're one day through the season. Soto 1, Judge 0. Soto outplayed Judge immensely yesterday. Wasn't even close. Soto showed why he is the $500 million man. He did.
Yeah. He's going to show it today,
too. Won them that game.
When he takes Christian Javier yard.
All right. Juan Soto fantasy score?
Yeah.
What else do you like about that today?
Yeah, so with Javier, I like Javier this year, but a reason that he was not nearly as good last year, kind of had a down year, was the fastball was getting absolutely turked on. So like with Soto, first of all, he throws the fastball a lot more to lefties than he does to righties. You can kind of think that the game plan against Juan Soto, of all people, is probably going to be to mix in a little bit more off speed, but I can't trust Javier's off speed command right now. I mean, at least what we saw at end of last season and towards, early in the spring. So the off speed was getting crushed, and it kind of has in the spring so far. So like with the off speed, it goes one of two ways. When you're talking about Juan Soto, either A, a guy with no command is going to leave it over the middle of the plate, which is perfect for Soto to take it to all fields, or B, a guy with like Christian Javier, who's struggled with command really all season last season, is just not going to pitch in the strike zone to Soto. So like he's going to walk, he's going to score in a game that I see plenty of runs. I'm kind of just with you. I think this is the Juan Soto game, but I especially think Juan Soto is going to get a hanging breaking ball that he's going to put in the Crawford boxes, a little Oppo shot, which I would love to see.
Ooh, Oppo Taco, what Soto does best.
Yeah,
when he lets the ball get deep and he takes it the other way, he's the best opposite field hitter I've ever seen in my entire life. He's unbelievable.
I would love to see that.
Let the ball get deep, take it the opposite way. Soto, you're unbelievable. I like the square. I hate he's on the Yankees. I do have to admit he looked fresh as fuck in the Yankees pinstripes last night, winning them that game. I will say. He looked fresh.
Kind of did.
He did.
No, he did.
We all know it.
Can we stop?
We all know it, Goots.
No,
We all know it, Goots, whether we want to admit it or not.
You look like
shit.
He
looked clean in the pinstripes. Come on.
No.
He did. He did.
Nope.
And he's making plays in the outfield, bro. Are you kidding me? Goodness gracious. All right. We got Paul MC coming in with a sub bang. Let's go, my man. W Paul. Love that. W Friday vibes. Okay, let's keep on moving and grooving here. Juan Soto taking one yaya today. Does he have a demon home run square up on the board? Are you sprinkling?
No, which is part of the reason I like it too, because the only square that's on the board for Soto, when you have 50 of them up for every other player in that game, he only has the fantasy score today. That's
wow.
It.
Wow.
Oh, I guess
he is up for a home run now.
They just put the demons up. All right, so now I'll be taking that. But only regular square is that fantasy score.
You'll be taking the fantasy score for most stuff. You'll be sprinkling on the home run for something.
Of course.
Okay. Jordan Turkey. Would not mind that one bit, Trent. Would not mind that one bit. Did you guys check out Trent's video from this morning? People forget he ran it back. He posted another video this AM on the YouTubes, going over the morning slate. All right, talking this AM by the pool. If you guys didn't check it out, go to the YouTube page. One of our goats in chats, one of the mods will drop the link to the YouTube. Trent talking about, some plays this morning. Go check out that puppy on the YouTube. Do me a favor, drop it a like, will you? People in chat are saying fire vid. Good. All right, go check out that pup. There it is. Sure. Go give that a like for me, will you? And then come on back to the Twitch or YouTube, wherever you're watching. Where were all my CBB plays the same as Trent's? Well, that was a good thing yesterday.
Yeah, it was.
It was a good thing yesterday. He cleaned up. People forget. All right. We'll see how it goes today. Very, very curious to see what he's on. I need to watch that vid after BTS. All right. Let me take you to CBBs, can I? Please? Sure. Someone's got to do it, right?
Yeah.
Someone has to do it. Look, I'm getting weird vibes about this Duke bet. Probably just because it's Duke. All right, you're still back in the blue blood here. But I cannot resist. I have to take Duke here in the spots. Houston seems like one of the teams left that has had real no issues, I feel like. And Houston seems like one of those teams that's just destined for a finals run. They're so due. This Houston team is the best they've probably ever had. Defensively, they're top 5 once again, borderline top 2. Offensively, the best offense they've probably ever had, at least since I've been following this Houston team. These transfers they brought in, they're elite. They're fucking stacked. And sure, that A&M game got sweaty, but I think A&M would have given anybody a fight with how well they played down the stretch at the end of the season. The fact that Houston pulled out that win is impressive enough to me to say they're in a good spot right now, and we know what they did to Longwood in the first round of that tournament. You look at what Duke's doing. Duke's looking pretty sharp too. Nobody's talking about that Duke defense. I haven't heard anybody talk about that Duke defense one time all season. That Duke defense is locked. I mean, the first 2 rounds of the tournament, they gave up 55 points and 47 points. Duke is fucking dialed right now. They are. And maybe it's because of Mitchell down low has been a huge boost next to Filipowski. I don't know. But this Duke team is firing on all cylinders. And I'm loving what I'm seeing. I think it's going to be close. It's going to be sweaty. This game will go down to the last possession either way. That's why I'm grabbing Duke on the points. We might need them here.
You might need them. I think Houston
might need them.
Stuffs them in a locker in this game.
Really?
I do. That's why they're on my side there. But yeah, the one thing about Houston specifically and why, like spot wise, I was dying to take Houston last round, but I didn't do it for one reason, and it was because Houston. One of the reasons they force so many turnovers is because they blitz off the ball screen, and Texas A&M just doesn't run those. They just run straight to the rim, which is why they're so successful when they didn't just settle for jump shots, cough, Wade Taylor, and then why they got a lot of the Houston bigs into foul trouble, and why we got to the end of the game and they're playing with walk-on shooting the clutch free throws. Duke, out of all of the teams that were in the field of 64, I don't know if this includes 68, but probably wouldn't matter, but field of 64, the team that runs the second most ball screens in all of the tournament. So they're super dependent on that, and they have a bunch of guards who, yes, I guess you could say they have a little more experience. If you're talking like Proctor now, they are missing Caleb Foster, but a lot of these guys are going to have to beat them off the dribble. And mainly, the one that you really need to be successful in this game is Jared McCain, and I don't think he's going to do that because he's going to be the guy that's on the weak side jump shooting, and if he doesn't have an open shot, he has to beat them off the dribble. I don't think he's shown enough to do that against a big physical team. So I think Houston defensively, I mean, not a hot take that they're a really good defense, but it's a really good matchup for them against a bunch of guards who I don't think are going to be successful in this game. Obviously, you talk about down low too, they need Filipowski to be, big because he's going to be the guy that's the bailout when they blitz the ball screens, and I think he is absolutely soft, and we've seen that against every single physical team they've played. So I think they're going to struggle to score points in this game, and you can question obviously the Houston offense on the other side, but honestly, I like their bigs. I think their bigs are going to stuff them in a locker offensively, and you're not going to need a Jamal Shed LJ Cryer, Emmanuel Sharp masterclass, but in a game like that, it's probably going to be lower and slower. So I do like Houston because of their defense, obviously, but I think they can score too.
Duke and smash grab, stay away. I still have not seen anybody bet Duke on my feed one time.
Yeah, I haven't seen too many from this game really at all.
I've seen minimal Houston. I haven't seen any Duke, but you're right. I've probably seen the least action on this game out of any of them today. Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah.
Mikey's on Duke. Sure. Curious what Trent saw. Gosh, you probably hate that Juwan Roberts square too then, huh?
I don't love it.
I don't know, man. I'm getting good vibes by this Duke team, and I think Filipowski and Mitchell down low have been pretty fucking good recently, but they have played against, two shitty teams and not Houston. Juwan Roberts also has played like moose shit down the stretch too.
It kind of depends too, because I don't know who's going to be on who, because they can put Roberts and or Francis on either of Mitchell or Filipowski, because like Filipowski I think is going to be kind of a traffic cone in this game. So if he's on Roberts, I'd be a little scared for this, but if it's Francis, then I'd feel a little better about
it. Okay. All right. Well, definitely some big bets coming in on Duke ML. Spreads, splits not looking too sharp on Duke. 49% of bets, 36% of handle. Not a great look for the Blue Devils there, but we'll see how it plays out. Somebody's winning in this contest. All right, either me or you. Might have to take a king of the boards in this game. Question, who's putting it on king of the board? Yeah, we'll see, Jack. We'll see. Could be the difference. All right, I'm on the Dukies. Javon has got Houston. We'll see. Maybe it is just Houston's year. All right. I think either way, it goes down to the last possession, but we'll see.
Could be.
And I like Mitchell and the way he's been playing down low. I think he can hang with Roberts, but I might be eating my words. We'll see. If Roberts comes out of nowhere and fucking balls for the first time in 2 weeks, I'll charge it to the game.
Yeah.
I'll charge it. All right. Miami first 5 -0.5. Why do you like the fish early?
It's AJ Puck day. That's why.
Yeah. Okay.
They're going against the Pirates team who, cannot face lefties. We've seen that, and it's obviously gotten worse since last year. They were playing without O'Neal Cruz mainly, and I don't know if he's going to be in the lineup today, but I would assume he is just because early in the season, but he can't hit a lefty to save his life. I'm buying the AJ Puck hype, though. I love the velo increase. I love what they've done with his arsenal, and it's specifically going to play against a Pirates team who really struggles against really everything they're going to throw him, not just the fact that he's lefty. So I like him early. The reason I went first 5, it's going to go ML, but it's kind of juicy now, so I went the -0.5 because we saw the game go into, 12 innings last night, so I don't really like the Marlins bullpen in the first place. Not the Pirates is that much better, but I don't want to deal with all that bullshit in the back end of the game, not knowing who's going to come out for them. So keep it to the first 5. On the other side for the Marlins offense too, like they're not the best against lefties with that current lineup, but they also strike out a lot. Thankfully, they're facing Martin Perez, who's not going to generate many whiffs. So I think that's a solid spot for their offense to get a couple of runs early, not be in that little stall season, like they were last game early. So I think the Marlins get one early through 5.
Okay. I like AJ Puck on the mound tonight, right? If that guy can stay healthy, I think he could be a menace. Potentially, they're trying to move him into that starter role. Where's Elmo? Bruh.
Dalton Connect bump. He's celebrating.
Huge. And I'll be honest, I was going to take that Dalton Newt play too because I don't think anybody's going to be able to keep up with him on that Creighton team. I think he goes off. I saw it already on your cheat sheet there. You beat me to it, so I'll tip my cap. I love Dalton Newt today. Had one of his worst shooting performances of the season in that last contest. I think he shot like 1 for 7 from 3 or some shit. Yeah, Mikey, I saw that, bro. I saw his tweet giving away 2 courtside yoints. My roommate replied. I was geeking when I saw that this morning, but I'm going to the Larry David's comedy show tonight down the street, so I'm not going to be able to make it to the Wizards game tonight, unfortunately. So if anybody is in the DMV and wants to win some free courtsides, go to Kuzma's Twitter, respond to that shit, see if he can hook you up. All right, Kuzma's just trying to fill up Capital One Arena. He just wants some fans there. That's all he wants. Just a couple. All right, hook my man up. W's. Gosh, man. I also can't believe the fucking Wizards the other day covered against the Nets. That was mid shit.
Yeah, it was
crazy. We didn't talk about that enough either.
Crazy piss.
Disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. All right. Let's keep on moving and grooving here. So much funny Marco cake, sure. Tennessee, -3.5. Speaking of Dalton Connect, whatever the fuck you want to call Tennessee -3.5. Love them in the spots, up from -2.5 against Creighton. Creighton's, Cinderella story's done. It's over. All right. And they're not going to be able to get away with their Muship defense anymore against this Tennessee team playing really fucking well. They're playing like a team that got knocked out of their SEC tournament early, and they're playing mean and aggressive and trying to get some revenge here. Tennessee is on an absolute legacy tour right now. They have the best player on the floor tonight in Dalton Knecht. He's like that. And coming off a bad shooting performance, I think he carries his Tennessee team against Creighton. Nobody on that Blue Jay squad is going to be able to keep up with Dalton Knecht. Not a single person. Not a single guy. All right? He's going to be able to get to the rack. He's going to be able to shoot threes. He's going to be able to do whatever he wants. I know my guy Joshy Boy in chat. He's all in. He's all in. So am I. Creighton, very popular, very public team. A lot of people were very high on the squads, before the tournament, putting them in their Final Four and shit. This Creighton squad can beat or lose to anybody at any given night. And I think this Tennessee defense that has really stepped up recently is going to shine and get a big-time win against Creighton today. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I'm with you. I like Tennessee in this game too. Probably be on them with you. Which, part of the reason I like them and part of the same reason I'm on Dalton Knecht points is they like to play super conservative with Kalkbrenner. I think the obvious drop coverage, like usually, or not usually, but like in the Akron game, and you can talk about the last game too, like there are no creators, like Kuznard was gassed, so that's kind of another weird story about that, but there are no creators like off the ball screens that could really do anything other than shoot threes or get to the rim. Like Dalton Knecht can do it in every single way. So like, even if they were to make an adjustment, what's he going to do? You get up on him in the mid-range, he's just going to go right to the rack over top of you. And maybe that gets Kalkbrenner in foul trouble. If you go under on the screen, he's going to pull up from three. So like there hasn't really been that guy who can do it in so many different ways and make this Creighton defense super uncomfortable, which is, why they've been able to do that. The last, one I can think of is Devin Carter in the regular season and or, they played him in the Big East tournament too, and he destroyed them, multiple times. So like Dalton Knecht, kind of same guy. So like I think this is a spot where he absolutely dominates, and this is like a legacy march moment for Knecht and leads him to a win.
Oh man, very similarly to how we saw last night for Alabama and their big man going off, carrying them in the second half. I think we see something similar from Dalton Knecht in this spot for Tennessee, leading them. Zakai Ziegler's been playing better recently. They need that. Vescovi's still not really doing much. It's got to be Dalton. It's got to be Dalton.
Got to.
All right. I'm on Graham Ike less than 16 points. Any thoughts on that, puppy?
Don't know if I have any thoughts on that.
Okay. Well, Graham Ike recently, look, it's been the Ben Gregg show. Ben Gregg has been starting down the stretch. Ben Gregg is just the glue guy that you want on your team. I would love to have Ben Gregg on my squad. That dude shows so much heart. And I think tonight, against this big-ass Purdue team, they're going to need to be playing Ben Gregg early and often if they want to stay competitive. Graham Ike, bless his heart, he's been playing really fucking well in the second half of the season, kind of taking a step back in recent weeks because Ben Gregg has been, playing more minutes and just balling recently. But against Zach Edey tonight, if they leave Graham Ike out there alone on an island, he's either going to foul out of this game or he's going to get absolutely emasculated. Either way, I think his minutes get cut down a little bit more than people think tonight. I don't think it's going to be the Graham Ike show. I think they're going to need their other big man in there. And Ben Gregg could be a guy I almost targeted on his more than 10 points. Ended up going with the fade on Graham Ike instead because it just feels right. It feels free. Nobody else wants to take this on earth. This is Graham Ike, their best player. I'm fading him today against Zach Edey and co. I don't see him going off. I think, honestly, he'll be in foul trouble and won't be involved in this game for the last 10 minutes. I hate to say it, but Graham Ike, when the lights get too bright, this dude goes ghost mode. This dude does stupid shit, turnovers, fouls, you name it. That's what Graham Ike does in big moments. And unfortunately, I think we see it again from Graham Ike tonight when the lights are the brightest against Purdue. First of all, he's not even going to be on the court as much as people think. And when he is, he's going to really struggle defensively. I think he fouls out of this game and does not have a chance to drop 16 points.
Yeah, I think that's your best bet. I think if he stays on the court, he's probably soaring, but it's very likely that he gets into foul trouble. So I can't blame you for that.
Yeah, I just don't think he's going to be, in the game plan to be out there as many minutes as he played in the regular season.
Yeah.
They need Ben Gregg out there. They need his physicality, or they're going to have no chance against Purdue. They'll
Well,
probably
they play
have
together.
both of them out there at some point. Yeah.
Yeah, they play together the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah, the only time he's out of the game is when Huff's in the game.
Yeah, well, they're gonna need all three of those puppies. They're gonna need all of them because it's gonna be all hands on deck against Edey. There's gonna be fouls galore. They're probably gonna play whack at Edey, to be completely honest with you. And Graham Ike is gonna be involved in that. I genuinely don't think he's gonna be in this game down the stretch.
Okay.
All right. What else you got for me?
Over in the D-backs game again.
Ooh. How do we let that one get swept? You're going with the over in, Cal Quantrell's debut for the season?
Cal Quantrell has to be faded today.
Are you worried that they have that demon earn run square up for Cal Quantrell? Or sorry, Goblin earn run square up for Cal Quantrell, and they have the Nerfy up there? Because I was looking at this over as well, and I saw some weird squares on Prize Picks, so that kind of scared me off for a sec. I wanted to talk through this on BTL with you.
What do they have up for Cal? I don't see anything up for Cal.
They got that 2.5 earned runs, right?
2.5 strikeouts. He's at 3.5 earned runs.
Hold on.
The books.
Hold your horses.
Yeah, we got it up on screen.
I think you mix it up with strikeouts.
Yeah.
For the Goblin.
Strikeouts, dudes. Well, they have his hits allowed up there too, which could be honestly a fades, because those have been, when you square up and take those on shitty pitchers, I mean, those typically hit.
Yeah, I mean, he's probably going to walk quite a few D-backs today, so I wouldn't be surprised if he gets lit up and ends up with 5. But yeah, he has to be faded. Has to absolutely be faded, because I mean, the D-backs, I mean, they tore up Kyle Freeland yesterday, but they're really not a lineup that's fantastic against lefties. Like, they made, an add here or there, but it's like there's still such a significantly stronger lineup against righties, and Cal Quantrill is not going to give them anything that they don't want to see. So I mean, they're going to score 6 runs minimum. I think the Rockies can score 2 off of Merrill Kelly. The thing that, I mean, obviously they got destroyed and didn't put up much of a fight offensively, but if you actually watched the Rockies yesterday, and this is not just a Zach Gallen comment, but Zach Gallen was not that good. All the metrics would tell you that too, and he struggled to get strikeouts, which I was kind of impressed with the Rockies. And I mean, for Gallen, that wasn't really something that I expected. But the Rockies were pretty patient. They forced a lot of deep counts early in the game, even before Zach Gallen was sitting for an hour waiting for the bottom of the inning. So Merrill Kelly is certainly a guy, if he gets behind in the count early, he's in trouble, because he doesn't have that get back in the count type pitch other than pounding fastballs down the middle. And obviously his fastball is not a Zach Gallen fastball. So I think the Rockies are going to score runs in this game too, and they'll actually do their fair share in this one, a lot more than yesterday. So I think they could be in the conversation to win this game a little bit, but I still think Cal Quantrill is fucking terrible. So I am not taking that angle. We're taking the over.
Okay. What about Corbin Carroll in this Fat Girls mug that he dropped? He feels very confident in. Corbin Carroll didn't get a hit yesterday. Was the only one, right? Now he's getting absolutely juiced up. His fantasy score is up to 9.5 from 8. His total bases is up, from being juiced to being minus 110. You think Corbin Carroll gets off the schneid today and maybe goes over his total bases?
Yeah, I have zero issue taking Corbin Carroll anything. You can make an argument for everybody on this board, and I will not say a thing.
Okay. All right, I'm liking that. Fat Girls, we're in, brother. Good finds. All right. First thing I thought about last night when the game ended, Fat Girls, good work, my man, as always. All right. Chats, take a little mental screenshot of this puppy, but we will post it on the Bookit BTL Twitter later this afternoon. Okay. We've been on fire with these. At least I have the last couple of days here, guys. Do not let them get swept. Do not let the plays get swept on the Sharp Report. Same with King of the Board. All right.
Nope.
W's. Let's keep moving and graving here. Let's talk about the Sweet 16 for a second. I want to go over these games. I want to make sure you have plenty of time for this. Okay, we got 4 games tonight. They're going to be nuts. I want to go over all of them. All right, yesterday we did a pretty good job going over all the games. I feel like we had a winner in every single one. So let's see if we can run that puppy back and find some winners. We'll start out with NC State and Marquette. Does DJ Burns have any more fucking magic left in him, Javon? Or is Marquette, ending their Cinderella story? What do we think?
Kind of think it's the road's over for NC State. Partially because they're going to be taking DJ Burns out of the paint a lot on defense. So I don't see how they're not going to score in this game. There's going to be little to no resistance. Tyler Kolek, if you want to look at a game where he's going to be able to do literally whatever he wants, it's this one, because he's going to have that entire defense out of position. There's going to be a lot of easy assist opportunities, which I'll probably be adding that to the card for Kolek if it's not just his PRA and him to do everything. I think the road's over. But I will say I kind of like points a little more in this game. That's probably the side that I'm going to be on, because I do think NC State has their little pocket to score too, because they're undersized. Marquette is DJ Burns, at least on the offensive end, if he can stay in the game, I don't think there's going to be all that much resistance for him. So the one question, I guess you could say, is like, is NC State going to continue shooting the shit out of the ball against Marquette's 3-point defense? Maybe, maybe not. But I at least think their offense is going to struggle for a majority of this game. So I definitely lean with Marquette in the points, but I think we're getting a boatload of points, wherever way you slice it.
Yeah, Marquette's 3-point defense has been a little bit better recently. They're nothing, super special. I was looking at that this morning.
Kind of average.
They're like middle of the pack, like around 150 out of all the teams in college basketball this year, D1. So nothing crazy. Nope. The last 3 games, they have had a better number, but they've also played against, worse seeds in the first couple rounds. So that's probably a little bit skewed. I was looking to fades, some of these guys on NC State, but like you were saying, like, do I really want to fade anybody in this game with the amount of points there potentially could be? The only guy that I was really looking at that I did potentially want to fade, but then I saw that Marquette, their 3-point defense is not that elite, was Michael O'Connell on his points, less than 7.5. Like, is his, Cinderella story going to continue here? This kid didn't do shit all season. And once we've hit, the postseason, he's just been jacking shots left and right, raining down threes, been pretty clutch for them. Is that going to continue? His points is only at 7.5, probably for a reason. I wouldn't mind fading him, but maybe against that Marquette, perimeter defense, he does bank 3. I don't know. Probably just going to stay off if you're liking the over in this game anyways.
Yeah. I was kind of looking at O'Connell, not to score, but he has a RA square, which is interesting. I definitely like RA squares when it's borderline smallest guys on the court. But I think he's going to have to do a little bit of facilitating in this game, especially if it's drop-offs to Burns and he's really feasting. Because when he gets going, it's a lot of whether it's him or DJ Horn feeding him into the paint, they just go quickly and look for that matchup immediately. So, like, he can rack up assists quick, and I love the little weird rebound angles in that. Those just seem to hit.
Okay. I'm with you. I do like points in this game. Total's up of points. I lean the over here. I do think we see, maybe not a UNC Alabama type game, but almost close, right? I do feel like both these teams will be putting the ball in the hoop. Plenty of excitement in the first Sweet 16 game later tonight on CBS. All right. I also lean Marquette on the spreads. I do think they cover. Don't know if I'm going to get to the window, but I do lean Marquette to cover the 7 here. I think Tyler Kolek, this team is just meant to be. They're a team of destiny. Him coming back from injury looks pretty solid. Good enough. NC State Cinderella run ends here.
Sure.
Okay. What about Gonzaga and Purdue, my man? Zag's opened up plus 4.5, moved up to, plus 5.5. Now they're kind of tinkering back and forth. Depends on what book you're looking. 5.5. Initial thoughts, Javon, on that opening line. Definitely a little bit short. Gonzaga getting some respect, but they've played like one of the best teams in college basketball down the stretch the last couple of weeks of the season. So is it granted? Is it warranted? Or are we thinking Purdue rolls on the short favorite line?
I like the Zags. And
wow.
I don't like buying it because, they've shot the fucking lights out of the ball in these 2 games so far. So, like, it's not buying that necessarily. I'm kind of buying it on just how they match up with Purdue. Because, this is the team, like, I guess you can say size-wise is as equal to them across the board as they've seen really in a while, if you include, like, the end of the Big Ten regular season. So, you talked about it. They have Ike, but even if he gets into foul trouble, they have Ben Gregg coming in. They have Braden Huff coming in. Like, they have size with Anton Watson to put at the 4, too. So, like, Trey Kaufman-Renn isn't just coming in with a massive size advantage on, whatever 4 they have on the floor when they're trying to put a body on Edey. So, like, while I do think, like, there's some regression coming for the way the Zags have been shooting the ball, I think defensively they're going to match up pretty well. So, like, Edey, I honestly like Edey under points. So I was kind of excited to maybe convince you on that one rather than Ike. So I like Edey. I think they're going to put a body on him with a bunch of different guys, and they're one of the teams who can afford to do it because of how they match up well at every other level. So I think he may have a little bit of trouble today.
Well, I could be convinced. I honestly think it's going to come down to Zach Edey. Is he going to make his free throws today or not? Because I think they're just going to fucking put him on the line the entire game. That's how they're going to stay relevant because they got enough bodies down there. Is Edey going to hit his free throws? Hopefully not. I would be more than down to fade the goats. Are you kidding me? That's right up my alley. Yeah. I like the under in this game anyways. I don't know why this total is moving up a spec. I already thought it was kind of high. I like the under. I think this will be 2 nervous squads down the stretch. Mark Few's boys, Gonzaga, finally back in the Sweet 16 here once again after playing great at the end of the season. They run into, one of the best teams left in the tournament. All the eyes are on them. Then Purdue, on the other hand, if they fold, if they lose this game, if they don't get to an Elite 8, their coach has been on the hot seat for years. Who knows what's going to happen? Probably won't get fired, but a lot of pressure for both these squads to advance once again this season, especially Purdue. I think, in a game like that, I always lean the under. And defensively, right, both these teams have some big guys that can kind of cancel out, some of the offensive firepower down low. I would not mind the under in this game. I do think it goes under that 154.5 total. I do.
Yeah. And when the Zags play in the half court and it's a little slower, they're a lot better at not sending people to the free throw line. So I know Zach Edey is a whole different beast because he gets every single call. But I do think it'll be probably a little less foul trouble than you think for the Zags. And maybe for EK, which would be huge.
All right. Not huge for that square, but huge for that. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Can we flash the sharp report again or post it, Walker, my man? We do have the plays on the bottom, on the ticker, going across, and we will post that screenshot, that graphic on the Twitter right after BTL today. Okay, right on this Twitter account, WGoots. Love it. All right, boss. Let's move to Duke. Let's move to Houston. We've already talked about it, but let's go ahead and give our picks here one more time. I like Duke. I like the points. I see this game going down to the last possession either way. The Blue Devils defensively have played great down the stretch. Houston feels like a team of destiny this season. They're fucking stacked. I'm not going to lie, but I will take my chances with Filipowski and this Duke Blue Devils team who's playing really good basketball after getting embarrassed at the end of the regular season and getting embarrassed in the ACC tournaments. I think the Blue Devils, they have the offensive firepower, and they got Filipowski. They've got enough to keep this game within 4 points. I'm going to back this nasty spread. I thought it would be a little bit bigger, but it is Duke. So they get some line respect there. I'm going to fade Houston. Give me the 4 points. Duke keeps this one within a couple.
Yeah, I'll be taking Houston.
Okay.
I'll be looking for some live ML potentials too. Just because I wouldn't be shocked if it's a close game, just because that's how Houston plays a lot of these gritty games. But I don't know. It makes me feel uncomfortable laying 4 with Houston in this game, thinking how close it could be. So maybe that's a good thing.
Okay. All right. So you should always feel uncomfortable when placing a bet. All right. That's when you have a good one in there. You should never want to feel comfortable and happy and complacent and at ease once you lock in a bet, because if you do, the books got you right where they want you, brother.
They do.
Got you right where they want you. All right. One more game here, and then we're going to pivot and talk about this day game MLB action start up here soon. All right, chat. So stick around. No stress. We will get to that game before it starts. But first, we're going to talk about Creighton and Tennessee here real quick. I know we're both on the Vols here. We both like the Vols on the spreads. Loving that they're minus 108 there, minus 3.5 after moving up from minus 2.5. It's the Vols year. I feel like after, getting embarrassed there towards the end of the season, but against Kentucky and in the SEC tournaments, this Tennessee team has really locked in after taking off some time there in between. They regrouped. They look sharp. They look ready. And that defense is absolutely roaring right now. I'm buying in. And Dalton Newt is the best player on that floor. He is better than Kalkbrenner. He is better than Shireman. I'm not worried about Creighton. This team has been so inconsistent all season. We've seen them lose to, crummy teams. We've seen them beat the best teams in college basketball. I think looking at this line, seeing Tennessee catch steam, we get a goose egg from Creighton, and we see them kind of fall off here offensively. Tennessee's defense too strong. They're going to be a little bit too physical for this Creighton team. Kalkbrenner, soft as baby shit down low. You're going to see Tennessee take advantage of that. Give me the Vols. Give me the spreads. I also like the under in this game. I will say the total's down 3 points, and for good reason. I think this will be a slow, boring type game with way less points than we expect, except from our guy Dalton Newt, who has a great matchup. Mainly Creighton fade offensively. I don't think Tennessee will have any problems covering this number. I have no worries about backing, the ML here, no desires to lay the spread. Tennessee takes care of business. They win this game by 10 plus. Creighton doesn't score much. Game goes under.
Yeah, I'm with you. Same kind of feelings as Duke. They're one of those teams that whenever they play a big physical team, they crawl up into a ball and die. So I think it's going to happen again, and especially helps that we have Dalton Connect on the other side, who is one of the few offensive options that can really stick at the Kalkbrenner in a couple of different ways. So, yeah, go Vols.
Sure. Cam Newton's brother, Dalton Newton. Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. We got bankroll bets coming in hot. Another sub to watch Javon glue the Reds to his tonsils. Crazy sub, crazy comment. W subby from bankroll bets. Love that.
Too.
We got Jay West 26 coming in hot with a resub as well. Clemson wins it all. I don't hate that, Jay West. I don't hate that, right? I feel like almost similarly to MLB, we talk about there being one wagon and one team that's just red fucking hot, piping hot coming into the fucking, MLB World Series. Same thing with college basketball in the Natty. I feel like you get one wagon, you get one team that's just piping hot. Last year, like it was San Diego State, right? Maybe it's Clemson this year, Javon. Seriously.
Could be.
Maybe it's Clemson. They look great. Or did Arizona just look like this?
Because Clemson Arizona
was
looked
trying
bad.
to fuck around there at the end.
Arizona looked really, really bad. So, I mean, I think they definitely lost that game more than Clemson won it, but who knows? They're just playing well right now.
Clemson just keeps coming out on these great starts, right? They come out, they attack these squads, they take a lead early, and they hold on, right? Their game plans have been great. They've executed them perfectly right out of the gates, right after the tip. I've been very impressed. I really have been. I would not be surprised if we see Clemson make it to the national championship. Maybe not win, but maybe being like a San Diego State from last year.
Yeah,
would not be shocked.
I'm definitely not putting coin on them tomorrow. I'll tell you that.
Okay. All right. We'll see. W's. We did the Sweet 16s. Javon, let's go talk about that day game starting up here soon. All right. We got to get the people some winners if they want. All right. We've got about 12 minutes. Milwaukee and the Mets. Freddie Peralta versus Quintana. Any thoughts on a side or total before we look at some prize pick squares?
I really hate this game, but it's going to be tough because the Mets, I think they could make life tough for Freddie Peralta a little bit, but at the same time, like the Brewers, they're kind of like the Pirates, or I guess the Marlins in the sense like they're not great against lefties. Yeah, they made a big ad in Rhys Hoskins and a couple guys like Chorio who are going to be like so much better against lefties, but they need a guy who can't strike you out. And Jose Quintana, if he doesn't have his best day, like he's exactly that. So I probably would lean Brewers, but it's probably not a side that I would think about getting involved in if it wasn't the early standalone game.
Looks like Peralta's getting bumped down, chat's saying.
Figures.
Interesting. The Mets showing some life here? You lean Brewers, though, you're saying?
Yeah, but I don't love that game. Definitely despise that game.
Yeah, I kind of like Quintana against Peralta here, I'll be honest with you.
No.
I don't know if I'm going to play it. I feel like that's some serious respect for the lefty against Peralta, but I don't know. Isn't Freddie their ace now, huh?
Yeah, I mean, this is the opening day matchup, so it's everybody's ace.
Yep. Yeah, give me the Mets on the ML. I lean them. Maybe we get a Pete Alonso nuke to get the party started today. Would love to see that. At least some RBIs.
Yeah, I think you got.
I feel like this line is giving Quintana some respect. I know the Brewers are kind of loose.
Pretty big wind coming in, I think, in that game.
Some wind blowing in?
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like somebody said that in chat a little bit ago. So, I mean, if that wasn't the case, I'd probably lean a little bit more to the Mets.
Okay. Bro, the Mets picture is so cheeks. Yeah, why is he a favorite against Peralta then? That's what I'm saying.
If he's calling him the Mets pitcher, I think it's a new baseball batter grabs.
Yeah. Wins in Philly as well. Okay.
25 to 30 coming in. Jesus, dude.
Huh. I wonder why that total's at 7.5.
I mean, yeah.
And you said if the wind's coming in like that, that makes you like the Mets a little bit more, is what you were saying.
No. That makes me – I mean, it doesn't make me like the Brewers anymore. It's just like if that wasn't the case, like if they were going to hit up Quintana, it was going to have to be – I mean, he's a pretty heavy fly ball pitcher. So, like, it makes a little bit more sense, like, looking at the line. But Freddie Peralta, kind of same thing because, like, he needs to get absolutely turked on deep. It's like I just don't want to touch this game with a 10-foot pole. I'm good.
Okay. They don't have a Nerfy or Yerfy up on prize picks, probably because his total's 7.5 and the wind's blowing in 30 miles an hour, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Are there any squares that you want to back? I mean, obviously, probably not many offensively if they got that crazy wind coming in with that low total, right? But are there any guys that were catching your eye that you at least want to talk about on either of these two squads?
Not really, but I mean, we could take a look, talk through some. I don't know that they have too much up.
DJ Stewart base knock?
I mean, that's probably hidden. Probably hitting. They do have some weird Brewer squares on the board for a game with this low of a total. We'll say that.
Like who? Who's sticking out to you?
They got Rhys Hoskins and William Contreras run, both of them on the board.
Do they now?
As normal squares, of course.
Fuck.
Which is interesting. I know pretty much the whole world is sweating a Hoskins home run early today, but not getting involved with a home run with that wind.
Okay. Yeah,
But
no chance, dude.
Those two run squares being up is definitely a little weird.
That's kind of sus. That might be enough to keep me off the Mets here. Huh. Yeah, I see the Rhys Hoskins run. I see the Contreras run. I don't love seeing that.
Yeah, not ideal.
I don't love seeing that. Can I request a guaranteed over half hit prop in the Dodgers game? Miguelito, man, I wish that was that easy, but we can try. I just don't know if I can guarantee shit. We got Pilon coming in, resubbing as well. W. Pilon, love to see that. W. Hart, W. Effort. We got DP Angie coming in, resubbing as well for 7 months. Love to see that. Hart. Okay. All right. Does not seem like we want to take any hitters in this game. Any arms you wanted to target in this contest?
I mean, not really. Unless we're maybe fading like Peralta K's or something, but depending on which Mets show up, that could end very badly.
Yeah, Chad was saying Peralta K's got bumped down.
Got bumped down to what?
Mm-hmm. That's what Chad was saying.
It was 6.5. Yeah.
I wouldn't mind sprinkling on that. It starts up in 6 minutes. As we get a Brock D resub, sure you can. W Brock giving out K sub or K Sav a subby. Let's go Brock.
Go.
Sure we can. Love that. Nets have a good opening day record. They'll be competitive. It was at 6 up to 6.5 and back to 6.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, I'm good. I'm so good on this game.
Okay.
Go well, Pete. To get a ribby.
Pete. I know. I'm genuinely concerned about backing any offensive squares with that win coming in, that low total.
Yeah.
I don't know if I want to do it. Would love a PDRBI. Are you kidding me? Would love it.
That would be massive.
I don't know if I could put coins on it. You know?
Yep, sure.
I will take Freddie Peralta less than K's for the vibes. I want to sweat that out, but I'm not going to force a pair in the same game. I'm going to take it with Dalton Canute because he's the best looking square we've talked about today.
Sure.
That's what I'm going to do. And I'll meet you guys at the counter. All right? Come on, Dalton. Do your fucking job, brother. I got crushed yesterday on Prize Picks. Freddie less than strikeouts. Dalton more than points. Little two-piece. Nothing crazy. All right? Nothing wild. Just to take the edge off, I will put the link right here, right now in the chat. There it goes. See you. Kyron, I don't really like any offense in that game, bro. I'll be honest with you. I don't really like any offense. Here's a link if you guys want to tail. All right, but that first game is missed. We can all agree. Javon, do you want to go through some of these other MLB games on the slate today?
Sure.
Dubs. Let's do it. Atlanta, Philly, Strider, Wheeler, total down to 7. Pitchers duel.
Yeah. I think that's another wind affected game. But I mean, it also makes sense with the two arms that are on the mound. So I mean, I like the under in that game. I think that's a square. We're going to get a crazy pitchers duel just as expected with Strider and Wheeler on the mound against those two teams who have seen them plenty. I do like that under. I hate Braves Phillies though. As far as like sides, that's probably my least favorite matchup in the entire MLB to get involved in.
Krabs, you have a word for all these people trying to connect you or correct you in chat?
I mean, yeah. If anybody's watched our show ever, they know that I get the names wrong every single time. And the more people talk about it in chat, the more I'm going to get it wrong.
You're doing it on purpose, so.
Yeah, the more people I see in chat talking about it, the more I'm going to get it wrong.
Yeah. So
Don't connect 4. Don't connect 4 more than 21 points has already been locked in, folks.
Shit's it.
Okay. It's locked. Albie's bomb? I'm not taking any bombs in this game with a total of 7, folks. No, thank you.
Yeah, I'm good.
Now, they do have a Strider 1.5 run run up.
Yeah.
Is he giving up 2?
Honestly, the one that's surprising is I don't know if they have this on the board for PP, but the Wheeler, like the price really stands out in comparison to Strider. She's like minus 130, which is a little surprising.
Minus 130 to the less than runs?
No, it's more than.
Yeah?
Yeah, which is a little surprising because Strider's at a pick 'em. So that's as big a discrepancy as you have like in the overall price of the game, which is interesting.
Huh. So you're looking, yeah, I mean, that is kind of weird. So Zach Wheeler on the more than 1.5 earned runs allowed is more juice to the more than or the over on the box. then we're seeing our guy Spencer Strider.
Yeah, and he should be, just not by this much, really. Like they should be kind of the same, maybe like a 5-10 cent difference you really see. And it's moving up too. He's minus 135 now. I'm seeing to the over, but yeah, Strider's minus 120 to the under. So I mean, that's typical Strider respect, but that big a gap with a gap that's shorter in the actual line of the game is a little weird.
Huh. Okay. W props.cash. There's Strider, juice to the under, like you were saying. Fucking love props.cash, man. It's going to help so much with MLB this year.
Yeah, it is.
W's. All right. Just saw Mush locked in Peralta alt line more than 4.5Ks that I follow. Goods. Love that. Great start already, chat. The game hasn't even fucking started yet. I love the start already. Okay. Let's keep pushing. Do you lean a ML in that Braves game real quick? Because I really don't.
I mean, probably the Braves, but I'm not taking Strider minus 130 on their opening day.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm with you. Stay away. Let's see how good this Strider new curveball looks in a real game that matters, instead of just talking about all his spring training games where he looked like he was Hercules on the mound. Let's see a real game. Let's see him settle in. We know he's a little bit wild sometimes. First game of the season. We'll see how it goes. In Philly, too. We'll see. Toronto and Tampa. Javon, Ray's thoughts here. I know they kind of fucked us yesterday. Are we going back to your guy Savali? You're very high on him this season.
I am, and I think he's going to pitch well. My only problem with being 100% on going back to them today is like Savali. One of the reasons I'm so high on them is because of the strikeout stuff, and the Blue Jays do not strike out very much. So like this game screams to me one that's going to be back and forth, even if it's like lower scoring. Definitely an interesting move to the over, up to 7 or up to 8 from 7.5. But I think we get a couple Turks off of both these pitchers. Just kind of how they pitch. Like when Savali, even when he has his best stuff, he has shown so far when he's been with the Rays to be a little prone to solo shots. So I would not be surprised if we look up in this game and even if it's 3-2, all of those are on home runs. It's like on either side. I don't really know where to go with this. So it's could be a decent game, even like I said, despite if there's not many runs, but for squares for a couple of these guys.
W Chili. I can't make it tonight, but I appreciate the effort. All right. We'll see who Kuzma gives his tickets away to. Maybe it'll be my buddy. Probably not. All right. Yeah. Javon, look, I wanted to take your guy Savali here. I don't know if I can do it. I don't know if I can get to the window. How does Bassett typically pitch against the Rays?
Not
typically deal?
Great. Not great. It's like it's kind of a mixed bag. He's either really bad or really good. So like I would not be surprised if we saw a little inconsistency within a game for him today. But I think you're going to get a couple of Turks off of both these guys. It's just the question of how many runs are those worth.
I mean, yeah, he was kind of lit up the last 2 times he's pitched against the Rays when he's been on Toronto since coming over from Oakland. And
he always gives up
6 1/3 or 6 2/3, but he gave up 6 and 7 hits. Like he was getting kind of teed up.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like he gives up a lot of hard contact. Like the last couple of times he's faced the Rays, and obviously one of the times turned into 6 runs. But like he's such a mixed bag. It's like the Rays see like those type of sinker ball pitchers pretty well. So like again, I wouldn't be surprised if we see a couple Rays leave the yard today.
Okay. Come on, Rays. That totals up from 7.5 to 8. You like the over? Lean the over at least in that game?
I would like to. My gut tells me that there's going to be a couple home runs, and that's going to end on like 7. It's like I'm not dying to get involved, to say the least.
Are you dying to get involved any other way besides Miami first 5 with Puck up on the bump? Are you thinking any squares for Puck, strikeout squares or anything like that? Or are you just taking your first 5 and going about your day?
Oh, I'd love a Puck strikeout square, but last time I checked, it was not up. Only his Demons up at 6.5, which also could hit. That could be a fantastic look too, but they don't have his regular line.
That's kind of annoying. They have his Demon and Goblin, but no regular line. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I guess his line's 5.5. Maybe it's juice to the under, I would think, but they couldn't even put up like a 5. So, I mean, I would love to get involved with that if they had a normal one up. I'll definitely take his Demon, but what are we going to do?
Minus 130 to the over. Javon, first person to max parallel the new Manoa card. Give me a break.
I bet.
Give me a break. I feel like you owe it to the people. You maybe even owe it to Manoa to use that card.
Yeah, I ain't using that card, man. I already tossed enough Turks in that game.
Unbelievable. Okay. Give me Puck 9+ strikeouts at plus 520. Sure, fuck it. Might as well take 10.
1, 2, 3 innings at 4.
I'm down to sprinkle on that Puck.
And we'll be live.
And we'll be live. I mean, if he's getting 5 in 3 innings, like he's gonna hit his demon. Like especially like I don't want to take out the second time through potentially of the bottom of that Pirates order, which is a cesspool.
Lauren texted me first thing this morning saying Puck K's quote. Hold on.
Hold.
Puck K's is a nuclear war missile greased up, oil up, Megatron lockadoodle.
It's a lot of words.
Whoa. Okay. Well, we have that. AJ Puck more than 4 strikeouts in the first 3 innings. Would you rather take that, or would you rather take his more than demon?
I'd honestly rather take his demon, dude.
Okay. Little Puck action here.
Yeah.
Little Puck plus Chicky action. I'm in. Okay. Awesome. Let's keep moving and grooving here. Looks like we've got first pitch in Brewers and the Mets. Let me know when we've got Freddie up on the bump in the bottom of the first goods. Maybe we can sweat out some of those Ks. Hopefully we don't see any. Let's keep powering through this slate. We already talked about the Yankees and the Astros game. I like runs in that one. You concur?
Yeah, there's definitely some squares to get involved in on both sides of things, but I mean, take your pick with the Astros, dude. That are up on the board.
Are you running back Altuve run potentially here? After
definitely be running back something Altuve. Definitely be tapping into something Jose Abreu. He has a run square up, which is pretty weird. But yeah, I mean, I don't think you can go wrong in this game if you're targeting guys against Carlos Rodon, because realistically, if we're going to see a lot of runs in this game, it's going to be on the back of the Astros. I 100% agree. And all of these guys match up fantastic against Carlos Rodon. I mean, even the very obvious, lefties and Yordan and Kyle Tucker, people would be scared of, and you can't. Quick 2-0 count.
Sure.
Where did that pitch miss, sir? Number 1.
It's gonna be one of those days, huh? From the ump. Woke up on the wrong side of the bed.
Walking the rookie on his first at bat.
His debut AB, and you don't even throw him a strike. That's so
Thank
soft.
fucking God I didn't bet on the fucking Mets, man. Holy smokes.
Dude, you're sounding like Trent. After 4 pitches.
Thank God. I don't need that in my life right now. I don't need that. I don't need that
in my life right now. In piss.
Unbelievable. All right.
Sure.
Jose Abreu run, huh?
That's what looking at me real funny in that game. I'll say that.
I might take that with a little Puck action here.
There you go.
And I ain't talking hockey. I'm talking Puck demon. Strikeout.
Yeah, I'm in for that.
That could be the one, folks.
So it could be the one.
And then maybe a little Soto action if my body lets me place that entry. I don't know. TBD. I haven't tried to place a Soto entry yet. More than.
Yeah.
If it lets me place it, I could be down. Oswaldo Cabrera, also another weird total bases that's up, but it's also very, very popular. So maybe we keep that one out.
We yard yesterday, I'm pretty sure.
Well, that's probably why. Okay.
Yeah.
Keep me away from that shit. All right. AJ Puck, Abreu, and Soto fantasy score for a 3-piece.
There we go.
I could get down for that. Puck more than 6.5 demon strikeouts. Jose Abreu more than half a run. That's a weird square. I'm in. And Juan Soto more than 7.5 fantasy.
There we go.
Sure. Sign me up. Chad, I'll put the link in here as well if you want to tail that 3-piece. We'll keep moving and grooving, though. Any other guys you wanted to shout out in that Yankees or Houston game, or are we good?
Yeah, no more, really. They do have – I'm surprised you didn't mention – I know you like the over in that game, but there is a judge strikeouts on board. Finn, contractually obligated to let you know.
Against Javier's?
Yeah.
Huh. No, we're not taking Musgrove, Goots. Sorry, bro.
Musgrove, man.
You can't be taking Musgrove.
Just had to bring it up. That 3 is wild. It's great. Or that's live, actually. That's live. Never mind.
Okay. That's why. Gotcha.
Yeah, he's definitely throwing more than 16 pitches in the first inning. That's happening.
Dude, after watching his spring training first innings, it might be oxygen.
He's rat meat in the first inning, and then he tries to figure it out later.
Judge is 0 for 12 against Javier. Yeah, I'm good. GG.
I feel like you ride those with Judge, though.
Churios, stolen base.
Stolen base, W debut.
Ooh.
Trent, do you have this, Murphy?
Not one of my 2, but it's in my 6, man.
Oh, GG. GG.
We got a man on second. Any outs? Oh, God. Already sweaty.
And they took it off the board. I thought it was free.
Oy, oy, oy. Man on second, no outs. Come on.
And Contreras a dish.
Come on. Show me the money, Gates.
Okay.
Got his eye.
There we go. Back. Life, Trent. W's. All right. Let's keep powering through, guys. We got a couple more games. Shit, man. At least that wasn't a Peralta K. It's Quintana up there, so we're still chilling. Any bets in Rockies D-backs again tonight? I believe you have the over in that on your sharp report. Sure.
Runs. Running back.
Good.
Running it back.
I'm in. Are you going to take that Cal Quantrill more than hits allowed square on Prize Picks?
No, because the walks are going to be a part of it, but I will certainly get involved with a couple of the D-backs hitters. So that's kind of my avenue.
Okay. Sure. Cleveland and Oakland today. Logan Allen and Ross Stripling. Any thoughts there? Another pretty close ML involving Oakland.
Yeah, I don't know that I'm dying to get involved in this one. To be honest with you, I'm not a Ross Stripling guy, especially against a team who doesn't strike out all that much. So he could struggle. It's close because of that. That is a crazy graphic, bro. What the fuck, dude?
What the dude?
There's no way that just spawned.
Javon looks like he could be a real person. I look like something's going on with my neck.
Where's your neck, dude?
No neck needed. None needed, Trent. I don't know. I could get down with it. Not a single chest hair in sight. That's just not realistic here, folks. I'm going to be honest with you. Just not realistic.
Crazy, dude.
All right, we'll take it. Daniel, you did it again, brother. You did it again.
Houston for sure just won by 4.
They might have, yeah. Houston looks like they're the free bet looking at that graphic.
Oh, shit.
That's crazy, dude.
I look like I'm about to get knocked out in the first 30 seconds of this fight, boys. God damn it.
Wild.
All right. Anyways, thanks, Gates. Appreciate that.
Well, gotcha.
Let's keep ripping through these MLB geysers. Any Kyle Harrison or Musgrove love tonight? Are you looking to fade Musgrove? Are you looking to take the Giants? What are your thoughts?
I don't know. I feel like that's a lot of respect for Musgrove against the Giants and everybody's new favorite toy. One of their young pitchers, he's like the NL's gray rod, is Kyle Harrison, and he's coming up against the Padres squad who nobody really likes, a pitcher who's looked like, debatably worst pitcher in the spring, and Joe Musgrove, and they're almost minus 160 now, which I think is really weird, especially seeing some of the equitable line respect we saw yesterday between these teams. So I would not be surprised if this is a little Padres moose fest.
Okay. All right. St. Louis and the Dodgers. I want to talk about this one. Also on Apple TV. All right. The second game, the late night Apple TV game this Friday night. We know what happens in this contest. The total is at 9 with Bobby Miller and Thompson up on the bump. Do we like runs? Is the over too sharp here? What are we thinking?
I don't really care for runs in this game. I think it's probably going to be a game pretty similarly to yesterday, where Dodgers are probably going to cover that run line. Bobby Miller is going to pitch a pretty solid game, and probably, if you want the over to hit, you probably need Dodgers team total over to hit by quite a bit. So I think if you like it, go with that, because they could destroy Zach Thompson. That lineup, before they made all the ads, already destroys lefties, and Zach Thompson gets barreled up to shit. So the Dodgers are probably putting up 6 or 7 today.
Okay. All right. So maybe we are getting an over. in that game, or maybe even just a Dodgers team total over. Either way, should be some more runs on Apple TV today. Plenty in both games.
Yeah.
All right. Goods. Javon, do you have any NBA bets? Chad is going bonkers for some NBA love. Do you have any plays you like, or do you want to pivot to the ice? Do you want to spend some more time on the squad rides? What are you feeling?
Don't slide by the Mariners-Red Sox game.
You want to talk Sox real quick? Okay.
Yeah, I like the Mariners.
Pivetta and Curbs?
I want to take Kirby. I think this is
ML?
Yeah, which usually I wouldn't take anything like this because like Kirby's going to fill up the zone. The Red Sox already don't strike out, so like that you would think plays into a strength of theirs. But I think with his command against some of these hitters, especially everybody not named Devers, I think that plays more to his favor. I think he's going to get them to roll over a lot, and that's again something that the Red Sox will do because they want to put the ball in play a lot more than they want to strike out. So like I think Kirby is going to be really, really good tonight. Like not that Pivetta can't be on the other side against a team who strikes out a lot, but when Pivetta gets hit really hard. So once the floodgates kind of open on him, it's a pretty scary sight for the ends of his outings. So like I wouldn't be shocked to see that from the Mariners today, bats wise, but I don't think it'll take too many runs for them to win this game because I think Kirby does have a really solid game against that lineup.
Okay. All right. Kirby deals. Maybe we can square up here and back Seattle on the ML. It looks like we're getting a little bit of a better line after Boston pulled that one out late last night. Okay. No Cal Raleigh Nuke. Hate to see it. He was taking some hacks.
Wow, DP.
No way they got a DP. Let's go, Trent.
Wow.
Let's go, Trent.
Moose fucking Koski.
Wow. Huge DP. Let's go. We're back. Come on, Trent. 3 more outs. You're not asking for the world. Just 3. Just 3. Okay? Come on. Yeah, I'm with you. I could back Kirby tonight and buy low on Seattle a little bit after losing that first game of the season. I'm down. If that total gets any higher, I'll be sketched. I know I'm seeing a little bit of 7 to 7.5. Depends on what book moves. Probably don't want to see that move up to 8, but we did see a lot of runs last night, so that's probably why that total is even moving up in the first place from that 7 opener.
Yeah, okay. I think the fact I know it's Kirby involved, but I think the fact that it opened at 7 is probably pretty telling.
Good sign.
Yeah, like I said though, with Pivetta, it's just the floodgates can open so quickly with him, especially because like teams when they're super successful against him, they're sitting on the curveball. So like the Mariners, I'll be honest, they're probably going to strike out quite a bit on the curveball like first time around, and maybe they sit on it second time around and they look really good. So I wouldn't be surprised second time through if we start getting some sploogers from them. I do see Ty France half a base on board too, and I might have to get involved.
Ooh.
Might have to get involved.
Wow. An old legend, Ty France.
An old friend. Yeah.
Sure.
Might have to do
it. Okay. Awesome. I got a couple NBA questions for you real quick before we do squad ride. If you got a sec.
Just jump to the Kings, man.
Just jump to the Kings. I was going to jump to the Wizards, but I'm down to jump to the Kings. Sure. Let's jump to Sacramento -1 against Dallas. Thoughts? Dallas opened up -1.5 on the road in the spots. The Kings are now a favorite. Depends on where you look, but most books. And they just lost to this team by, 50 points in that last game?
Yeah, by 40. Yeah, it's done.
Okay.
It's not any more complicated than that. And we'll definitely be definitely involved with some squares in that game too, which it's the obvious options. Like you want to take wing guys for threes against the Mavs. Harrison Barnes is on the board. Keegan Murray's on the board. Pick your one. They're both hitting. Yeah, they ain't beating them again after just beating them by 40 in Sacramento.
Okay. I'm down for that. Do you like the Whiz Kids catching steam up to -4 at home tonight? I know they dropped that last game. They showed some heart late, though. I guess Cade Cunningham and Jaden Ivey are questionable, but Cade was present for shoot-around, so he's probably going to play. And it looks like Jaden Ivey was also there at shoot-around too. So both should play, but the Wizards are still up to -4. Do you like them today against the Pistons to get some revenge? Remember Kuzma chirped them, said you don't want to be that team, and then the Pistons beat them twice the next 2 times they played them. Maybe Kuzma at home with some more confidence, getting some wins recently. Maybe the Wiz Kids actually get it done, and they finally beat the Pistons this year.
It's possible. It's another one that I'm kind of not dying to get involved in because like the Pistons 3-point defense is actually not horrendous. So like I think of the ways that the few couple splooge fest games that the Wizards have had, it's been like Corey Kispert masterclass. Kuzma spawns in with 5 threes, whatever it may be. It's like they're not dominating on the inside, obviously. So I don't know if I feel good enough about the matchup to potentially buy the bad news there.
Okay. All right. Guys, I wish I was close enough with Kuzma where he could just slice me those tickets, but it's not like that, unfortunately. I appreciate you guys looking out, though. All right? Oh, we got to strike out for Freddie, don't we? Was it the first at bat, too? I fucking bet it was.
Yes.
I fucking bet it was. Oh. All right. Suns at OKC. Suns moving to -1.5, Javon, after beating, I believe, the Nuggets in that last game. Looking pretty good. The Suns are down the stretch. Nurkic still game time decision, but the way that line's moving, nobody's out for OKC. We got to like Phoenix on the road here, right?
I don't know. I don't know if we know if SGA is playing or not.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. It's not for sure yet, but I don't think he's looking like he's going to play.
Oh, he's doubtful for Friday. Good call. All right, I'm off.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
I probably won't even bet on a side in this game.
Okay. All right. I'm staying off too. Goods, I want to see that goddamn train. Run it. We need a squad ride W. All right, chats. We got off the schneid last night with a squad ride win. Love to see it. Let's get some W's going. Okay, W Friday stream. We covered all the fucking sports. We got you guys the winners. We locked in the MLB. We locked in the Sweet 16. You guys should feel pretty good about some plays on the books, on Prize Picks. All right. We'll drop a cheat sheet tomorrow as well. And you can always go back and rewatch these shows on YouTube if needed as we get a second K from Peralta. I fucking bet. God. All right. Devon, we're not putting Duke and Houston in here. Keep that one. Do you want to put the over in the Yankees Houston in baseball?
Down for that. Absolutely.
Good.
Oh, good. Okay. Rumors. Fly out.
He didn't K. Trent.
Whole chat fake going to the Trent, man.
Miami first 5 -0.5. How much you loving that play?
I love it. I'm not the biggest fan of first fives in the squad ride, unless we really love it, though. It's up to you.
You love it.
I do love it.
Why don't we circle back?
Circle back.
We might need it. Let's circle back.
Fair.
Tennessee.
And
-3.5, I believe they're on every book now.
Yep.
Tennessee -3.5. Sure. Do you like the Gonzaga Purdue under?
I do, yeah.
You want to take that?
In for that.
I know chat's liking that NC State Marquette over, but I'd rather take the Gonzaga Purdue under, I think, if you're good with that.
Yep.
Okay, cool. Gonzaga Purdue under 154.5. Good. We've got what else, Javon? I guess the Kings, NBA, late night.
Could go Kings. Could go back. I mean, I assume you don't want to go back to Arizona, but I think that place heading too.
Okay. I mean, I'd be down to put those two. I like both this place, the over in Arizona in baseball, and then the Kings late night in NBA.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sacramento ML, and we've got the over in Colorado, Arizona. Still at 9.
Yep.
Okay. Chat, 5 plays, 5 winners. You have 2 minutes to lock this in. All right. We've got the Surge stream starting up here ASAP. Last days of the month as well. So if you have come and pitched your plays and you're not at the 10 play threshold, if you're at 9, you can still qualify if you pitch a play today. But if you're below 9, you're probably cookied for the contest. It might be settled anyways. Join the stream today. Find out who won. Let's give some props to the winner who was the best bettor on the stream this month, on the surgical stream. Okay. Stay tuned. Stay posted. Don't go anywhere. Get your squad ride votes in. But let's also tune in and see who Trent's giving this, $1,000 away of Prize Picks coins.
Yeah.
That's a lot of coins, folks.
A lot of coins.
That's a lot of coins. Stay dialed. All right. I'm very curious to see who wins this puppy. I know A-Sims Tennis Square did not hit last night, of course. So that might throw a wrench into things. Very, very curious. Who's going to be number 1?
Sure.
All right. I'm sure he'll pull that leaderboard up and give us the rundown. All right. For now, all you guys got to do is lock in your squad ride votes. All right. Hurry up. Go, 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 go. 5 plays, 5 winners. Looks like the Yankees over is absolutely soaring with the votes. All right. Click the play that's winning. All right. Keep the blinders on, chats. Don't just pick the one that's baseball. Don't just pick the one that you like or want to watch. Click the right button. Pick the winners. As always, I want to get a streak going here. We hit a squad ride last night. Let's make it 2 in a row with another W tonight. Looks like it's going to be that Yankees and Houston over. I've got no qualms with it. Okay. Get your votes in. 5 plays, 5 winners. Yankees, Houston over. Tennessee minus 3.5. Gonzaga, Purdue under 154.5. The Kings on the ML, and Colorado, Arizona over 9. Loving those plays. All right. Get your votes in. Javon, any king of the board that you want to lock in for today? Or you need some time?
I gotta do some math.
Crunch some numbers. All right.
Yeah.
Talk to some people.
Take some Soto alt lines.
Maybe some Soto home runs. Okay. So Krabs is rooting for Judge Yanks tonight. Lembong, we're not going to talk about it. I'm rooting for all of us to make coins. And I hope it's not Aaron Judge involved, but if it is, so be it. All right. We've got the over in the Yankees in Houston tonight for the squad rides. Personally, one of my favorite plays today, so I'm all in. All right, chat. Responsibly tail the squad ride every day. No excuses not to. Stick around for the surge stream. Let's see who won and was the best surgeon of the month on Trent's surgical stream right after this. Stick around, and we'll catch you guys next week. Same time, same place. We'll be seeing.